racing action on April 11th started off with a bang with the late model open sportsman race. Off the start, Jason Farrow had the lead with Bobby Roos running in second. It looked like Bobby Roos was going to give Jason Farrow a run for his money, but a few laps later, when he battled Justin Kane for second place, Bobby Roos lost control of his car and fell back numerous positions, moving Justin Kane into the second place spot. Then we had the first caution come out when the number 91 of Larry Speedway was under power. Then we went back green flag racing. Justin Kane tried to find a way around Jason Farrow, but Jason wasn't going to have it. But then Justin Kane found himself battling side by side with Jason Farrow for the lead, and sure enough, he was able to get it, and Justin Kane would go on to win the first late model sportsman race of the night, with Jason Farrow coming home second, and Bill Bethay III coming in third. Then it was time for the mini-mod race. Off the start, Kyle Moore and Joe Collier were leading off the field. But then things got very wild when Chris Landers, Rusty Alverson, and Kyle Moore were getting a three-wide battle for second, third, and fourth. And it would continue on going into turn number one. Kyle Moore's on the outside, Chris Landers on the inside. Then as they go into turn number one, Kyle Moore loses control of his car and right into the wall protection he goes. Definitely not the way Kyle Moore wanted to start off his night. We went back green flag racing, and it was mainly a two-car battle between the 71 of Joe Collier and the number 9 of Chris Landers. But at the end of the day, it would be Joe Collier taking the checkered flag, with Chris Landers second and Rusty Alverson in third. Then it was time for the Modifieds of Mayhem. Off the start, it was Ryan Redmond in the lead. Then we had the first caution come out when Billy Melvin's car lost power. Definitely not the way he wanted to start off his night. We went back green flag racing, and Ryan Redmond had the lead once again with Donnie Hamrick breathing down his neck for the lead. Then we had another caution come out when a couple of more cars got tangled up, causing the next caution. We went back green flag racing, and it was Ryan Redmond and Donnie Hamrick, the two cars on the front row. Then we had a huge car pileup on the restart, taking several cars out. Then we went back green flag racing. Ryan Redmond still had the lead with Donnie Hamrick breathing down his neck. Donnie Hamrick would be trying everything he could to get around Ryan Redmond, but he would always have an answer. Then a caution came out for debris on the track, and that was just the opening that Donnie Hamrick needed as he took the lead away from Ryan Redmond. He tried to stay with him, but Donnie Hamrick was long gone after that, and he would go home to take the checkered flag, keeping his streak alive at Montgomery Motor Speedway. While the Modifieds of Mayhem had the fastest laps of the night, it would be the street stocks that would be stealing the show. Off the start, it was Dwayne Westenberg in the lead with Joe Bethay Jr. running in second, David Wood third, and Chance Atkins running in fourth. Then David Wood caused the first caution when he lost control of his car, spinning out in turn number 4. We then went back green flag racing, and Dwayne Westenberg still had the lead, and Chance Atkins had moved into the second place spot with Charles Davis right behind him. But then Chance Atkins lost control of his car, and he got tangled up with Charles Davis, causing the next caution. Then on the restart, it would be Dwayne Westenberg and David Wood, the two cars on the front row, but Chance Atkins wasn't going to give up so easily. And neither was Charles Davis, as he saw an opportunity to get past Chance Atkins for second place, and he took that opportunity and moved in, and David Wood was going to try to go along with him. But after what Chance Atkins saw, you can bet he definitely wasn't going to take that lightly, as he banged on the bumper of Charles Davis, shot him up the racetrack. Into the inside he went, taking the second place spot and bringing David Wood alongside with him. Now, Dwayne Westenberg had a huge lead, but at one point, coming out turn number 4, he almost lost control of his car, and that was the opening that Chance Atkins needed. When we came down to the last lap, Chance Atkins had one more shot to get past Dwayne Westenberg for the lead. As you can see, Chance Atkins is all over the bumper of Dwayne Westenberg. He had tried everything he could to get by him, but Dwayne Westenberg wasn't going to let him have it. But going into turn number 4, watch what happens. Chance Atkins bumps Dwayne Westenberg. He spins out, and Chance spins out as well. And David Wood takes that opportunity. He passes them, and David Wood goes on to win the street stock race, with Charles Davis finishing in second and Josh Hutchinson finishing in third. Then after that, it was time for celebration as David Wood gave us his favorite donuts and a well-deserved victory. Then it was time for the late model sportsman once again. This time it was Bill Bethay III leading off the race. But it wouldn't be long before we had the first caution as the number 51 of Joey Holt lost control of his car, spinning out and collecting the 18 of Brad Edwards. And that was just the beginning of a long night for Joey Holt. When we went back green flag racing, he got tangled up in another altercation with 91 of Larry Speakman and the number 3 of Joe Hudson. We then went back green flag racing, and it was Bill Bethay III leading the race, but then Justin Caden and Bobby Roos got tangled up, causing the next caution. Bill Bethay still had the lead when we went back green flag racing, then Brad Edwards went in too far to the inside and spun out. Going back green flag racing, Perry Bettino worked his way to the top 2, then Jason Furrow's tire went down on the left front, and that ended his night. It was then all up to Bill Bethay III to win the race. Then Justin Caden was working his way back up through the field if he could try to run down Bill Bethay III, but he would run out of time as Bill would go on to win the race. An action-packed night at Montgomery Motor Speedway.